All right, welcome in. This is going to be episode 4. I can't even believe that we made it this far, gentlemen. We did one for fun and, it went well. And yeah, looks like we're taking this pretty seriously. We are without a fallen soldier. Braden tragically disappeared into medical school. So he is missed, to say the least. Um, but yeah, episode 4, I'm excited to get into it. We got Tyler Bachman, Ben Redding. We're just going to hit on a couple topics today. Um, First off, the NFL honors are tomorrow. We're going to try and get that up before, I think I saw it was 9 Eastern, 8 Central. So we'll try and get this video up before then. But we're going to give predictions on the MVP to Coach of the Year to comeback Player of the Year. And then we're going to roll into the obvious topic of discussion for this week is the mighty old Super Bowl. We're going to give our picks, our analysis. I know my fellow brethren are going to give some good analysis, and then we're going to roll into our favorite bet for the Super Bowl that you guys can either ride or die with. And then we're going to do an immaculate grid. We think we're just going to do some type of trivia at the end. But yeah, that was sort of a long intro. My name's Aiden Maldonado. Let's get right into it.
Yeah, as you said, I'm Tyler. Episode 4, excited to be here. It's been a good little few episodes we've done, and we've been having a good time doing them. So I'll kick it to Ben, and then we'll get into NFL honors.
Yeah, guys, my name's Ben Redding. I'm very excited to be back. Like Aiden said, I didn't know if we are going to make it this far, but shit, we're having fun doing it. I'm having fun being here. Like talking a little ball with you guys, talking sports and betting. Big week for football, great week for football. Bad week for Badgers. Hopefully we can turn around this weekend, but let's get into it, right into the NFL honors.
Yeah, bad week
Yeah,
for
we can.
Yeah, I can say that.
I mean, Ben, honestly, just fresh off the intro, do you just want to give your take on the Badgers tragically losing tonight?
Yeah, they were. I think we lost to like a 7-15, the worst team in the Big Ten.
Yeah.
Not good for the NCAA resume. I think we were like a 2 seed predicted before last week. Then we've dropped 3 in a row now. First 3-game losing streak of the year. Tough. I was at the game Sunday. Tough game against Purdue. Even tougher game tonight against Michigan. Uh, I don't really want to talk about it anymore. It's been very sad for me
Ben, I
to
feel
see
your
this
pain.
team fall from grace.
I feel your pain. KU losing to
Yeah,
K-State. That one hurt really, really bad.
hurt my checkbook too. Badgers
Yeah,
and KU. Yeah.
yeah. KU.
Don't worry, we make them out this weekend though, right, Tyler?
Oh yeah, oh,
Yeah.
for sure.
Well, anyway, okay. Well, let's get into it. I mean, we can cover this topic. I don't really think it's that big of a discussion, but let's just roll an MVP. Let's just do real quick picks. I mean, I got my boy Lamar Jackson, even though he was tragically bamboozled by his offensive coordinator in the AFC Championship game. He still is our league's MVP.
Tyler, you want to go?
I agree. Christian McCaffrey, far and away the best player this year, or not? Lamar Jackson, yeah, for MVP. Did I say Lamar or Christian McCaffrey?
You said CMC.
Yeah, far and away the best player this year. Really helped his team. I think his votes are going to be enough to win him MVP. That was a little
I'll go Lamar Jackson too, who I think should win it though is CMC. I think he does most for out of these players for anyone's team. I think Christian McCaffrey has transformed that 49ers offense. They have skilled weapons on the outside. I think he's done a fantastic job for the 49ers this year and led them to a Super Bowl. I know it's a regular season war. Lamar had a great regular season, but again, struggled in the postseason that second game. Um, I would like to see CMC win it, see running back actually win it in the QB award.
Yeah, I definitely think the MVP is a glorified QB award.
Yeah.
I do wish that there would be a little bit of diversity. I'm just thinking about next year already. Like Justin Jefferson's obviously going to be the MVP, so we can just chalk that up. But yeah, man, I don't know why it is a QB award. I mean, we were thinking that my boy JJ was going to win it last year, something like that. You know, he's crazy, but all right. Anyway, all right, let's just roll into offensive player of the year then. I got my boy CMC. Yeah, I feel like this is pretty easy. Just like from Ben's breakdown, thinking that he should be the MVP of a QB award. I got CMC. I think he is basically 50% of that offense. I know they have a good offensive line, but yeah, he's unbelievable.
I agree, CMC, far and away better. And if it was someone else, I'd say Tyreek Hill. Braden sent his picks in, and he had CeeDee Lamb, I believe. I would like to hear his explanation on that. I mean, yeah, CeeDee's great. But if anyone deserves it, it's CMC.
Yeah, I agree. I'm gonna go CMC on this one too, guys. By far away best running back this year, and to have some controversy here, it's kind of stupid in my opinion that we have an offensive player of the year and MVP award, and the MVP probably be Lamar Jackson, but the offensive player would be CMC. Like, why is that a thing? Just I don't know. Kind of grinds my gears. I don't know if you guys have any thoughts or takes on that.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think it's something that's heading in that direction. I don't think it's very controversial, so I can't sit here and debate you, Ben, on this topic. But
Maybe I'm just pissed off for the Badgers lost. I had to get my anger out on the offensive player of the year.
yeah, I mean, I feel like these first two categories are pretty easy. Lamar
Yeah.
Jackson, CMC, 1A to 1B, I think it's pretty easy. But I know we will differ on this DPOY, Defensive Player of the Year, because we have a Steelers fan in here. I have a feeling that yeah, but you know, gun in my head, I am taking Myles Garrett as Defensive Player of the Year. I mean, there was just games where I watched him completely wreck offensive lines, offensive game plans. I mean, there was a video of them consistently motioning that tight end to follow Myles Garrett that whole game, and that was hilarious. That viral clip. But yeah, my guy Myles Garrett. I don't know how many sacks he had. I think he led in the NFL. We should probably do that research, but it's episode 4. So, you know, am I going to come 100% prepared? Probably not. But you know what? I know Myles Garrett. He's pretty girthy, and he runs through offensive linemen like it's his job. So that's my take.
So I'm going to piggyback off you and then say TJ Watt. TJ Watt actually led the league in sacks, led defensive linemen in interceptions, led them in pass deflections, forced fumbles, fumble recoveries, touchdowns, QB pressures, pretty much any notable stat a edge rusher would want. Myles Garrett does lead the league and almost gotcha those. He does do a lot of those where he almost gets to the QB and sacks him, but not quite, you know? And if you're looking at PFF grades, hate them. I hate that company. I have a bone to pick with them because every week it's Myles Garrett 97.5 with 0 QB sacks. All these just 0 tackle, like maybe he has like 4 tackles, and then TJ Watt gets 2 sacks and he gets like an 84. Never understood it. But
it's all about pressures, man. It's all about pressures. Who gets the most pressure?
TJ Watt
affects the game the most?
TJ Watt gets more pressure. TJ Watt is the more dominant edge rusher in the league. I think if I'm going top 3, I would say TJ Watt. I would put Max Crosby above Myles Garrett, and then Myles.
Bad take.
I'd rather have over Myles Garrett.
I guess I feel like my honorable mention would be my boy Danielle Hunter, but
that's your homer pick,
dude.
That's like me saying Kenny Clark should be defensive player of the year on this list too.
No, Hunter was up like top 3 in QB sacks this year.
Yeah, and he pressured the quarterback. But
I think Myles Garrett and Micah Parsons are the 2 most overrated players on the defensive side of the ball.
Who?
Myles Garrett and Micah Parsons. 2 most overrated players on the defensive side of the ball.
Could sort of see it. I don't know. I don't agree with Myles, but I'm actually going to agree with you, though, Tyler and TJ Watt. To me, it's more of a legacy pick. Like, I feel like all these guys had great years, and I could see any one of them winning it, but I don't think TJ Watt's ever won it, right?
He's won it.
Oh, he has? Wow.
Yeah, he won it
See, there's my research.
2020. We're just well
Uh,
prepared.
yeah,
Ben,
well prepared.
once we get to 15K followers, then we gotta,
Yeah, then I'll
we're
actually do some research.
we're
I
gonna
have
we're
a
gonna
like
quit our day jobs and
we
we're
all have
gonna do
jobs.
our
We have
research.
an MLB pitcher. We have a you said corporate America slaves in here. Uh, I'll still go TJ Watt though. Being a Badger, born and raised, I think he had a great year. Um, like he said, led the league in sacks. He kind of fronted that defensive. Tyler, you probably know better than I will, but I feel like when they weren't in it, they were clearly not as good. And Micah or Miles was in it, they still had Cowboys fit Darren Bland, Miles, or the Browns did a good secondary too. But curious your takes on that, Tyler.
Yeah, a little fun fact here: when TJ Watt doesn't play, the Steelers are now 1-11. So he's obviously a very, very big help. And
Sounds like you need a QB.
a few stats here. He had
You didn't like that one?
he had 19 sacks, which I think was one or two more sacks than the next best player. Which I think, it's a guy from the Bengals, Henderson.
Hendrickson, that white boy.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm a big sack guy. I like watching the guy get to the QB and sacking him. I think that's a big aspect of the edge rusher, what you want to do.
I just like seeing dudes
Not good
tackle other dudes.
season with 0 sacks in the last 6 weeks. Again, no research done. But I think he finished with 0 sacks in the last 6 weeks. And this is also double biased because Steeler fan, and throughout the year, I was continuously live betting him defensive player of the year. I think I have about $30 on him throughout the year. I think I got $5 on him at like plus 1,200. $5 on him at the beginning of the year. Like I just continuously live bet him. So that would be really nice for the old count there. And he's my boy. He's our defense.
Yeah, I mean, wow, that's lucky going to be a good payday. I mean, I think TJ Watt is going to win, but from your whole explanation, it sounds like you need Kirk Cousins. Reckless speculation.
We're in week
Justin
4.
Fields.
Week 4
Justin
of the
Fields.
Kirk Cousins to Pittsburgh.
It's heating up. That's for another episode.
Can we,
I might just have to.
I was just saying, can we pause and hear about your take on JJ today, Aiden? I heard he had some comments out there. We worried, or what's going to happen?
Okay, so here's the thing. You know, if JJ says one thing that's not 100% like what he should have said, the media is going to run with it. You know, he did say that he is very grateful that the Vikings drafted him. He was the 5th receiver taken in that draft. And I mean, he's a businessman right now. I mean, if you're on the verge of signing the biggest non-QB contract in NFL history, I mean, he was talking about, I'm going to get paid. Like, that's not the problem. If the Vikings want me, they'll pay me. So, me and Tyler were talking before the pod started about Colin Cowherd saying JJ to the Patriots for pick number 3.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
Yeah, I mean,
you get your QB,
thing is,
but
yeah, I mean, you're definitely getting Jane Daniels or Drake May there. Wow, we're really off topic, but I will say, if it's just JJ for the 3rd overall pick, and like we pick swap 11 and 3, you're teasing me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't know. It's really hard, right? Like the whole debate is like, if I pay my quarterback, if I play Kirk Cousins $40 million a year, that's 20% of my salary cap, right? So if I do that for a wide receiver, like, how is that helping me construct my roster? Obviously, Kirk Cousins is not top 5 at his position, and Justin Jefferson is, in my opinion, not arguably number 2. He's number 1. So that's a scenario where you do pay someone that much of your salary cap. But we're not going to win next year. The Minnesota Vikings are not going to be a long-term playoff team if they don't bring back Kirk. And that's just something that we're going to have to deal with. And I just think, I don't know. Colin Cowherd's prediction was like JJ plus 2 firsts, which is absolutely outrageous. Like, that's terrible. But if it's just JJ and like I mean, you guys, we got TJ Hawkinson, Jordan Addison. Like, if you get a free agent wide receiver, maybe you draft one. Like, and you have Jane Daniels running around the field. Like, I
I
mean,
was I was gonna say before you hop back into it, I feel like a lot of it's scheming, and I think Kevin O'Connell is one of the best in the league at that.
yeah,
And while JJ is great, I feel like you saw what Matt LaFleur did with rookies, especially in that second end of the half of the season. I have no worry that Kevin O'Connell could do that too. So
yeah.
if you have a chance to trade up top 5 of the draft, I would do it. But that's just me.
And also a food for thought here. 3 of the 4 highest paid receivers in the league got paid after they got traded. Tyreek Hill, 30 million. Devontae Adams and AJ Brown all got paid after they got traded. And I think Justin Jefferson's went like 29 mil. Does that seem right?
No, dude, no, it's going to be 34, 35 million a year.
That's ridiculous.
It's going to be more than Joey Bosa, who was, I think, 32, 33.
That's ridiculous.
But I mean, that's the thing, though. I do think that Justin, like, in the eyes of GMs, obviously I'm extremely biased or whatever, but in the eyes of the GMs, like, Justin Jefferson is, I mean, he could be the greatest ever to play the game. So, like, I think that's a scenario where you don't trade him. But the Chiefs traded Tyreek because they were going to have to pay Patty, you know? So
Yeah,
let's say
what
we
happened?
draft a QB. Yeah, if we draft a QB of the future, then we can keep Jettas. But how are you getting up to that third spot? Are we going to trade? This is, I mean, I could go on for hours. I might just have to hop on a pod
Yeah.
myself. But like, are you going to trade multiple first round picks to move up to 2 or 3 to get that franchise guy? That's why, like, if it was Justin Jefferson and our second this year, I mean, Justin Jefferson, I mean, if you looked at it like this, like Kirk Cousins couldn't even take us into the divisional round. So, like, I don't know how
Case
you're
Keenum did.
supposed
Took
to,
you to the NFC
yeah,
Championship.
yeah. And he's a low salary QB. Like,
Oh.
I understand Justin Jefferson is, I think, the greatest in the NFL, but is he going to be that piece that can win you a Super Bowl if, you know, you don't have all those pieces around him? I don't know. It's a discussion for another time.
Yeah.
Let's get into
Off-season talk.
Yeah, off-season talk. By the way, real quick, let's plug it. We're thinking of changing the name of the podcast right now. We're NFL Playoff Talk now. We're just doing that to get a couple clicks, couple clacks here and there, you know, try and get some traction. But we will be talking more baseball. We're going to be talking basketball. We're going to talk football because obviously the offseason is super important. But we will be changing the name of the pod, little rebranding. We're working on it. Don't worry, we're working on it. Anyway, let's get into Coach of the Year. That was a huge tangent. Let's get it started. I'm just going to plug Braden real quick. Our boy Braden, who fallen soldier, rest in peace, in medical school. But he said he's got D'Amico Ryans. I have to agree. I know we had this discussion, I think episode 1, throwback. But D'Amico Ryans, my honorable mention is Kevin O'Connell. What he did with Nick Mullins. And
this is really just a Viking Homer podcast.
and I mean, you guys, he literally like had the Pasternaut playing Madden against the Atlanta Falcons, but it is what it is. Let me take the mic away from me. Take it away.
Yeah, I'll have to agree. D'Amico Ryans. I would like to see Dan Campbell win it. I think what he did in Detroit is incredible. I think their rebuild is something special. But I think what D'Amico Ryans did this year with the Texans is nothing short of a miracle. Taking a rookie QB, taking a rookie receiver, turning them into all-stars, one Pro Bowler in C.J. Stroud. Tank Dell might have gotten Pro Bowl if he stayed healthy. Probably not. I don't understand Pro Bowl voting. But what he did in Houston is phenomenal. So D'Amico Ryans.
Yeah, I agree, guys. Sorry, we're gonna have to go clean slate on this one, but
I think
D'Amico Ryans.
I don't want to interrupt you, but first pod, I think you said Kevin Stefanski.
No,
really?
Shane Steichen. He said
Oh, yeah.
Shane Steichen.
Oh, I said yeah for the best rookie. Yeah, that's true. Damn it!
It's all right.
I'll go Dan
Hey,
Campbell then. Yeah. I think D'Amico Ryans is really good. I think I mentioned D'Amico Ryans is really good too. Yeah, I'll either go him or Dan Campbell. I think Dan Campbell should maybe even get the nod this year because it's been a 3-year build from fallenness as a Detroit Lions fan when going 0-12 and 16 and having Orlovsky step out the back of the end zone. I think what he's done to change the program, change that franchise around, sucks for Packers and Vikings fans, but it is what it is. Yeah, I think just even getting him to an NFC Championship was amazing. I'd be happy if he won. I'd be happy if D'Amico Ryan won. Yeah.
Ben, are you sure that it's not Matt Eberflus? Anyway, the probably least exciting category. Yeah, who? But I mean, we're getting off track. Did you see the Jackson Smith Njigba? He talking. Oh, he was. They asked him because the Seahawks OC is the new Bears OC. They asked him what he thought about him, and he you got to go take a look at the video because he's like, do I have to say something about it? Like I don't know if it's going to be a good hire. Anyway, the least exciting. Dude, I mean, the Bears got Matt Eberflus, and I don't even know who that OC's name is, bro. Like who? Like Ben's saying, who?
Off topic, but on topic of coaching. I can't believe Eric Bieniemy is out of a job. That's crazy. Huh?
I can't.
I
just feel like a lot of it was Andy Reid. Not saying he was. I know he did, but didn't he have some like personal issues way back then, and didn't he like grind people the wrong way? I mean, I thought he'd for sure get a coordinator job. I don't think he'd get a head coaching job.
Yeah, I thought he'd be at least a coordinator.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, the least exciting category of the night, offensive rookie, or what do we got? Offensive rookie of the year. Yeah. Excuse me. I got Jordan Addison.
So Vikings should win every category here.
No, it's CJ Stroud. I was just trying to spice it up. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Jordan Addison's not even the second or the best rookie of the receiver.
Best rookie, receiver, wide receiver, rookie. I'm sorry.
Justin Jefferson. Sorry, Jordan Addison isn't the best rookie here.
Zay Flowers not better than J.A.
Puka Nacua.
I think.
Okay. No. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's fine.
Okay. I'm stuttering a lot tonight. Sorry, it's been a long day. Yeah, offensive rookie year, CJ Stroud. I think by a landslide. Nothing needs to be said about that.
Yeah, CJ Stroud. I got nothing more to add. Puka had a great year. Sam had a great year. Jahmyr Gibbs had a great year. So, but CJ Stroud was him. So that's what we got.
Yeah, I do think Puka could have got it if CJ Stroud wasn't a generational talent. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Anyway, next one. We got two left. We're doing defensive rookie player of the year. I actually had this I did prep for this one, and I'm not just anyway, Ivan Pace, undrafted rookie free agent out of Cincinnati. The Vikings have the number one rated rookie linebacker in the NFL, and he's going to be a massive piece to our defense going forward. Don't worry about it. But Ivan Pace Jr., undrafted free agent, number one rated rookie linebacker. Your turn, Tyler.
Well, I mean, it's either going to be him or Jalen Carter. Again, that said, Will Anderson was just dominant this year.
Yeah, I'll be honest, guys. I don't know jack shit about this guy. Like half these guys I haven't even heard of. But Will Anderson, I do know. He did have a terrific year, so I'll go with him.
Justin Jefferson is the best. Oh, you're watching the Badgers game, huh? Can't talk to me?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm watching the Badgers.
But he's got money on it or what? How much?
I got some.
How much?
I live bet him $10 at plus 500. Okay,
we good. We had a production issues. Maybe we'll throw an ad in there to soften that one up. Anyway, yeah, we need some sponsors. We only have 10 followers, but you could be our 11th. Okay, comeback player of the year. Comeback player of the year. Let's roll into it. I think there's an obvious one that I'm thinking of.
Very obvious.
Joe Flacco. That guy came off his couch. He is a father. Came off his couch and captained his team. I mean, he looked like the old Joe Flacco and the old PLAYOFF. But I got Joe Flacco. He's not going to win. But that's my boy. That's my guy.
So we're the two top competitors. Shout out to Braden. He has Baker Mayfield winning this one. Crazy out there. I want an explanation on that as well. But it's between Damar Hamlin, who died last year and came back to life, versus Joe Flacco, who was.
Am I bad if I say I don't think he should win it? Like, he's a terrific dude, a terrific story, but if I get canceled, I think Joe Flacco should win it over him.
I think
we gotta watch our words. We just
I love it. Like, I am so happy that he was back on the field, but I think Joe Flacco, what he did was terrific.
I mean, he shipwrecked the Bills' fake punt. Just saying.
Yeah.
So I have Joe Flacco as well. As much as it pains me to say, shout out to that comedian. I forget his name. Ravens fan. He's like, Joe Flacco. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Stavi. You don't know Stavi?
No.
Joe?
Sorry, bro. We're not cool like you, Tyler.
Stavros.
That's him on the podcast.
He's a comedian. He's a big Ravens fan. I was listening to shout out Pardon My Take. I was listening to Pardon My Take, and they had him on after the Ravens loss. Great interview. He's a funny guy. Funny interview. Here soon we'll have an interview that good. But he has a huge Joe Flacco meme, and shout out Joe Flacco. So.
All right. Well, that wraps our segment on the NFL honors. I am going to. I don't know how to say this in a non-bad way, but I'm going to slave away to get this video out before the NFL honors. I'm putting this in there. Okay. Next thing we're going to talk about, I mean, it's pretty damn obvious. We're going to talk about the Super Bowl. Who do we got and why? Why? Because I got free play to win $300 on the San Francisco 49ers. Let's ride. You know, I've been thinking about this a lot. You know, should I hedge on Patty Mahomes because Patty Mahomes? But I think we've gotten to the point where Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce, you know, you had a great run. The Taylor Swift thing is great. You know, we saw her at the Grammys. She's looking phenomenal. Okay. I just think that San Fran's going to be a little too much. I think that the Ravens literally just sucked coaching-wise and sort of just handed the game over to the Chiefs. I know it's maybe a controversial take, but I think it's time for San Fran. They've been building for this. Kyle Shanahan wanted to get back here. He's back now. He has a quarterback where we've had some controversial discussions about Brock Purdy, but he's going to get the ball. I'm praying where he's supposed to. And yeah, I got San Fran. I know the Chiefs defense is probably going to disguise a couple looks, a couple exotic blitzes, but I just think that offensive line is going to be able to handle whatever defense throws at them. And I think CMC has a big game and shows us why he's Offensive Player of the Year.
I think this game is I think it's gonna be a good game. I think it's gonna be low scoring. I might bet the under. That's gonna hurt. Betting the under in the Super Bowl is just almost un-American. You just can't do it as a bettor taking the under. But I think I'm gonna have to take the Chiefs money line. As of now, since I am in Kansas City, I will probably be going out to Kansas City bars for a watch party, and just to be able to enjoy my time and root for the Chiefs because I wouldn't otherwise. I'm gonna have to pick the Chiefs. I have flashbacks of last year. I bet $100 on the Eagles, and I was out in Kansas City again. Miserable, just the worst time ever. So I'm going to take Chiefs money line. I'm going to take a little parlay, Kelce, CMC, Chiefs money line at plus 405. And then just a anytime touchdown score parlay, CMC, Pacheco, Kelce, and Brandon Ayuk. If I wake up Sunday morning feeling frisky, I might toss in a few anytime touchdown score, just straight bets. like long shots that I could maybe see getting in there. Ray McLeod plus 2,200, maybe. Kadarius Toney can't catch a ball, but maybe he gets one in the end zone. And then Ben's best friend, Marquez Valdez Scantling.
Ah. There you go. I like those. For me, it comes down to quarterback play between Brock Purdy and Patrick Mahomes. I'm taking Patrick Mahomes 10 times out of 10 days. I don't know if that saying makes sense. Anyway, yeah, I just feel like Brock Purdy, his magical run's going to come to an end. Patrick Mahomes is going to prove why he's top 5 QB of all time. I think it's going to be great. I think I'm going to bet KC and win money line. I think they're dogs in this game, right? Like 2.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, they're plus 102.
Yep. And the other big bet I have in this game, I'm doing Brock Purdy under 246.5 yards passing. I think Casey's defense has been amazing this year, and while I agree with Aiden that the Ravens kind of throw it away, I feel like Brock Purdy's going to struggle like Lamar did against his defense, against Magnola's defense. This guy's young Lux being aggressive on the ball. Chris Jones, I think, is going to have a great game. Sacked QB a couple times for some pressure. So, yeah, I think I'm going to go KC 24-21 be my bet.
Okay.
And Brock Purdy under.
Yeah, I think we should do a score prediction. I will, since you guys sort of gave bets, I think an interesting bet that me and Tyler were talking about before the pod on DraftKings is the lead to be more than 13.5 is minus 135 for someone to lead 14 points in the game. I think that shows that the San Francisco 49ers get off to a hot start maybe. But I do think it's going to be a shootout. I mean, I have money against the greatest quarterback of all time.
Tom
I'm
Brady.
going to say whatever. Maybe it is low scoring. I don't know. I'm going to shoot one in the dark. I got 24-21 San Fran.
Okay. I'm gonna stick to the same kind of score. You both have 24-21, just opposite directions. I think it's gonna be 24-17 Chiefs. I could almost see CMC not even scoring a touchdown. That's a hot take, but every single person who bets on sports or bets on football is gonna have a CMC touchdown in a parlay. At least one.
Yep.
That's gonna lose a lot of people a lot of money in the biggest game of the year when he's like minus 340. They're gonna give it to like Kyle Juszczyk, who has scored one touchdown this season, or something crazy like that, or Elijah Mitchell. I'm not saying that he's not gonna score, because I'm one of the suckers who's gonna bet him to score. But I could see it not happening as I stick into my low scoring game. So I'm gonna go 24-17 Chiefs.
Okay. If you guys, let's say Packers and the Steelers, could choose between Andy Reid or Kyle Shanahan, who do you pick?
Andy Reid.
I stump you, Tyler.
I gotta think on this one. Kyle Shanahan's younger, but Andy Reid is more successful. A lot more successful. So I'd have to almost go Andy Reid. But actually, Steelers are going to go Kyle Shanahan because we need a coach for 20 years. It's illegal. It's illegal in Pittsburgh to have a coach for less than 20 years.
It's illegal in Pittsburgh to have an offensive-minded head coach.
And a good quarterback.
Oh,
hey, Ben Roethlisberger, Hall of Fame QB, one of the best of all time.
Also had some.
Brad Scott.
Wait, best of all time? Wait.
No, one of the best. One of the best.
Like what?
Top 10.
Top what? Oh.
All right. Well, it looks like we have to do an episode on that kind of discussion.
Wait, I want to get a little off track here. I saw a big discussion that I saw the ending to. It was Ben Roethlisberger versus Aaron Rodgers, who's the greater quarterback all time. The ending discussion was Ben Roethlisberger.
Because he has one more Super Bowl than Aaron?
He has more Super Bowl wins, more yards, more wins, better QBR. better passing completion, more touchdowns, less interceptions. The
Really?
only thing less is MVPs.
There's no
Yeah,
way
dude,
that there's no way that Aaron Rodgers is worse than Ben Roethlisberger. Like Aaron
Yeah.
Rodgers is definitely
If you're
better.
gonna pick one
Big
QB
Ben.
to win a game, would you take Big Ben or Aaron Rodgers?
In their prime,
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, okay. Well, there we go.
I mean, I think Big Ben did have the greatest drive in Super Bowl history. Aaron Rodgers is just here's who I want to throw a Hail Mary. But if it's you have 2 minutes left, you need to drive down the field to get a touchdown, I want Ben. But if it's you have 70 yards, I want Rodgers.
I think if I remember correctly in that Pittsburgh Packers Super Bowl, Steelers did have the ball last to drive it down and score, and I think we stopped you guys.
Yeah, I don't remember that Super Bowl.
Yeah, you don't remember that Super Bowl. Okay.
I kind of blocked that one out of the whole dome.
Yeah.
But I was I think earlier last week, late last week, over the weekend maybe, was the what was it, 10th anniversary of the Cardinals Steelers Super Bowl, and I think I watched probably 2-hour highlights of that game, just reminiscing on the good old days when the Steelers offense could move the ball. Our defense could score 100-yard pick sixes in the Super Bowl. We could still let up a 60-yard touchdown to top 5 receiver of all time, Larry Fitzgerald. And still win the game on the greatest play in NFL history.
Okay.
That's a really good play.
Yeah, sounds like there's some emotion behind the voice on that one.
I mean,
It sounds like you need Kirk Cousins. That's I don't know how many times I gotta tell you.
If you rerun that play doesn't happen 9 times out of 10. I mean, shit, I'd even go maybe 1 time out of 20 because it's such a perfect pass, perfect catch.
It's a really good pass. And I will give you this, that Aaron Rodgers has choked in the playoffs multiple times. We'll give you that.
Kirk Cousins doesn't really choke in the playoffs because he doesn't really get to the playoffs.
Ooh.
Okay, let's finish this thing up. Let's roll into Immaculate Grid. We're gonna try and do Immaculate Grid. The last time we tried to do it, go watch episode 3. We keep getting better, guys. I mean, the production keeps getting better. We get more organic. Maybe we don't do enough research, but it's getting better. And we're gonna get better at Immaculate Grid right now. We're gonna show you. Gentlemen, if you could pick one Gatorade color, what would it be for the Super Bowl? Like, if you could just throw a dart at a wall, like, what color do you think the Gatorade would be?
Orange.
Yeah, orange.
Okay. I heard, I was listening to a Vikings pod this morning, and they're like, white is plus like 2,000. Give me $1 on that. Let's see what happens. All right, we got.
I think I might toss like a $50 bet on the coin toss, heads or tails.
Hi.
It's been tails 53% of the time.
Because you have a 50-50 chance of winning it. It's a $50 gamble. Basically a roulette roll.
That's fair.
Except you have better chances of winning.
Yeah. I like that. All right, let's get into it. First team, or let's do all right. What do we know?
Left to right. Left to right, and then if we don't know one, we skip.
All right. Bengals, Ravens. This is your division, Tyler. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. There's 2. We're trying to get a low rarity score as well.
Well,
why do I feel like a backup QB played for both of them?
Well, you got Hayden Hurst. He's currently still in the league.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's on the Panthers now, but I think he went Ravens, Bengals, Panthers. And then you got TJ Houshmandzadeh. He went Bengals.
I don't know.
He was on the Ravens.
But I think Hayden Hurst would get a better rarity score than TJ Houshmandzadeh.
All right, we're good with this?
Yeah.
I just don't know how to spell Hushman Kazada.
Hushmanzada.
Hushmanzada. Bengals, LA. Did Jake Browning have a little time on the LA Rams?
I think he did.
Really? I
Uh,
don't think so.
No.
he did.
Not Trey Hendrickson.
Did Fitz ever play for the Rams?
No.
He didn't. Ryan Fitzpatrick didn't.
We got to start thinking QBs, running backs. See, if people knew offensive linemen, then we'd be killing this.
It'd be over for us if we knew offensive linemen. Are you
All right,
sure?
how about we come back?
Are you sure Fitzpatrick didn't play for the Rams?
We'll save that. We'll save that for later. First team APL Pro was Joe Burrow.
Better rarity score. I got a lineman for you actually.
Ooh.
Andrew Whitworth.
Oh, okay.
I remember
You sure?
He was really good. He should have gotten first team
With the Bengals.
with the Bengals. Pretty sure. I'm not 100%. I'm like,
can we do who's that wide receiver?
I would say trust Andrew Whitworth. Trust me.
Why don't we do Chad Ochocinco? Wouldn't he have been?
We're trying to get a low
APL
rarity.
Pro?
Trying to get that low rarity score.
Dude, if we
Also, I think
smack
Andrew
it-
Whitworth played for the Bengals and the Rams.
Trust Andrew Whitworth on.
Like I'm 95% sure.
Oh, so I think we should use that for this, Tyler.
Yeah.
Okay.
Boys,
he
the
did play for the Rams
suspense.
Bengals. He did.
Oh, okay. First,
Oh,
did Chad
62%?
Ochocinco?
Yeah, I do. Sure.
He had to have.
Dude, I mean,
It's gonna
hard to
say
be
Chad-
first team All Pro, dude.
Chad Johnson.
It's hard to be first team All Pro, but I mean, he's like a Hall of Famer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he got it.
We're good with this.
Yeah.
Yep. Ooh.
How does he not have a picture, bro? All right. Chargers, Ravens.
Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah, that's right.
Can you do coach? Or did he played for both teams?
He played for both.
Yeah.
Wow. look at that.
7%. Holy shit, Tyler. Good work.
All right. Chargers, Rams. Whew. Dude, this is tough.
I'm trying to think of fantasy guys.
How about we come back to that one? First team AP All Pro Chargers. Philip Rivers.
Phillip Rivers.
Who's
Uh,
he?
Who's
I
a
got
good tight
one.
end?
I got one. You ready?
Yeah.
You're gonna have to trust me on this one. Antonio Cromartie.
I would say Antonio Gates, but that works too.
Antonio Cromartie. He's gonna have the low rarity score, I bet.
All
I
right,
bet
we're going
Gates
Gates,
and Phillip-
bro.
I bet Gate. Trust me, Cromartie. Trust me.
Dude,
He was like the best secondary.
this guy right here.
Yeah. Yeah.
First team All
Yeah,
Pro.
trust.
You have to be the best
Trust
at your
me.
position.
He was.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
0.6.
Told you, trust me.
Okay. Falcons, Ravens.
I got one for Falcons first team All Pro.
Oh, Julio.
No, Vic Beasley.
Yeah, that's true. He was.
VIC, no K. Beasley.
This guy.
Yeah, he was a linebacker.
1%.
He was on my fantasy team in like 2017.
Wow.
2016.
Okay, well, We're actually doing 100 times better than we did last time. Tyler's carrying.
This is
Falcons, Ravens. Dude, Falcons.
Could go
Falcons,
down to
Ravens.
Foreman or Freeman or something like that, right?
Deontay
Yeah, I think
Foreman,
so.
the running back
Oh,
that
I
was with
think
the
it's like
Bears.
wasn't there like a
No.
Deontay Freeman or something? A running back?
Yeah, I think it's Foreman. He played for the Bears as well.
No, I don't know. It's a different guy. This was like in
No?
2016.
Oh,
Steven
okay.
Jackson played for the Falcons and Rams. He's
Who?
a running back. Steven Jackson.
This guy?
Yeah, that guy.
That boy
Oh.
Ben, 12%.
Falcons, Ravens. Deion Sanders.
Oof.
Prime
Did Deion
time.
really play for the?
You sure, Tyler?
Prime time. Send it.
All right. Hey,
I did not know he played for the Ravens.
you guys, we get this. We're 1 for 1. We have to.
Yellow
Chargers, Rams. Dude,
Did Gerald Everett play for the Rams?
I
For
don't
some
know.
reason,
It's tough
I
because
have
they're
no
the
idea.
same colors.
Oh,
Same
Eric
colors.
Weddle.
Eric Weddle. Yeah.
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 Let's go, boys.
Good pull, Ben. Good pull.
Oh.
All right. Well, gentlemen, do you want to share any secrets? Any stories?
Wisconsin losing me money tonight.
I don't think if there's anything else. I thought I had one more topic I want to ask you guys about. Oh, see, our Bears, are they still gonna? Does Caleb Williams really not want to go there? So what the news is, or are they gonna draft him?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I think, like, as an agent, if Caleb Williams didn't want to go there, then you're like, let's tell this guy, and then like let it simmer for like a day, and then let's like come out
Yeah.
and say that that's fake. But I mean, what QBs have done well there? And you have who? Is
Jake
there,
Cutler
Yeah.
right there.
dude? When was that?
Mitch Trubisky.
2008.
Mitch Trubisky had like
Yes.
10 wins there.
Dude, if I was going 1-1 and I was a QB, I would be trying to hunt offensive-minded head coaches. I mean, what is Matt
Exactly.
Eberflus going to do to you? How is he going to help your development? You can have a good QB coach, but dude, that's why I love KOC, baby. That's my ride or die. Like Kevin O'Connell had Nick Mullins throwing for 450 yards. Anyway,
But also, before we get off, I would like to make a disclaimer here. Justin Fields is welcome in Pittsburgh with open arms.
Kirk's not.
We would welcome Justin Fields with opened arms.
would you trade TJ Watt?
Hell no.
How many
TJ Watt.
I do remember how many times you called me before preseason, like preseason football games, about how shitty Jordan Love was going to be. Like it was
Yeah.
at least like 4 or 5 times, and you were right for like the first 8 weeks. But then you were saying you were all on the Kenny Pickett train, and I don't know
Kenny
what you guys
Pickett doesn't have any development. I mean, he was under Matt Canada, who'll go down as one of the worst head coaches of all time.
Offensive.
OCs.
And it's because when we got rid of Matt Canada, our offense started looking like an offense. First game without Matt Canada, we finally got 400 yards offensively, which Matt Canada did one time in his 3 years in Pittsburgh. So I'm putting some of the blame on Matt Canada.
That's fair. I agree. That's fair.
And I'm curious to see how Kenny Pickett does with a new head coach. Because I think
Arthur Smith, baby.
we'll be running the ball a lot. We'll be running play action, and teams are going to have to start committing to the run because we're going to be doing it a lot. which could open up the pass game. And hopefully, if we don't get a QB, Kenny Pickett does well. Because I think Mason Rudolph was just found his needle in the haystack at the end of the season.
You seem beaten. You are beaten down.
It's been a long day. I just ate a lot of food. I'm a little woozy.
Missing Braden.
Braden. All right,
Yeah, shut up, Braden.
We'll have to attend the funeral next week.
But Ben, I mean, going back up the Caleb Williams thing for just a second, if you had a sense of who would trade for that number 1 pick, besides the Vikings, who would it be?
Commanders.
Yeah, I can see the Commanders. I could see even the Patriots if they're committed to go get a QB. They want that Caleb Williams. I don't know if the Bears are really going to change it or trade it back, though. Unless if he's really, really anti-Chicago, which could be. I just feel like he's a once-in-a-generation talent, and they're going to want to keep him. It's a stacked QB class, so I know you don't see it, Tyler, but I think he'll be the best.
I know it's the hottest take ever, and everybody's saying that. Oh, phone fell again. Technical difficulties. Caleb Williams is going to be the next Patrick Mahomes type of generational talent. I don't see it. I'm not saying he's going to be terrible. I just think he's going to be middle of the pack, kind of get by QB. And I don't know.
I don't know if I trust Steelers fans' evaluation of quarterbacks from the fans and the GM, but I mean, have you seen Caleb Williams roll out and throw on the run? I mean,
it's college. It doesn't transfer well.
No, I think what NFL GMs are looking for now is just that pure athleticism that like Mahomes has, that J Love have, even if it's like raw, which I don't think Caleb Williams' talent is raw. I think he's built pretty nicely. I think I'd totally rather have like a Jordan Love, even he's gonna be shit for 2-3 years, or he would sit behind Rodgers for 2-3 years, than like a Kenny Pickett mid-arm type of guy. No offense. I could think about the QBs.
You also got to think that Jordan Love sat behind Aaron Rodgers, who's going to go down as one of the greats for 4 seasons.
I know, but
Kenny Pickett got tossed in with the Lions and said,
"No, I agree. That does make a difference." But there's just some throws I think Jordan Love can make that Kenny Pickett just can't physically make.
Yeah, possibly.
Beaten dog.
All right. Yeah, Tyler's beaten down. We had a good hour discussion. Just gonna plug it, like and subscribe. We're gonna come out with episodes every week. This is a shout out to 30 people a week that listen to this pod. We will grow. We are confident. And yeah, we'll keep grinding for you guys. Thanks for watching.
We'll keep growing the production value as well.
And the research.
And the research.
The research.
Maybe the research.